How's it going, everyone? DJ here. Welcome to a review video that I decided to do on this fishing bag. This fishing bag I bought for roughly about $100 from BCF. I'll see if I can find the link in the description. So yeah, pretty much to start it off, mate, this is a pretty bloody good bag. You know, this is a bit of a one-stop fishing bag that I've owned. I've had these little tackle boxes and stuff. I've had this one before. I've had a couple of other ones. The only problems that I see with them is that I just don't have that many hands. You know, like you're sort of carrying a bucket in case you're catching a fish. You're carrying that tackle box, plus you're carrying the rods. Bit of a pain in the ass. So now you can carry the rod and all your fishing gear just in this bag. So all you got to do is carry a bucket, which is bloody beautiful. Yeah, because you can pretty much fit all the baits in the bottom of here, or if not, you can fit that into a separate bag or into your bucket that you bring down with you. Yeah, so to start off, the design of this, it's real hard. You see the bottom here, it's got like a real hard design. I've dropped this thing off rocks and stuff like that, and it's sort of scattered down the rocks, and I haven't had any scratches or like any tears or anything like that, so that's good. I've owned this for about roughly 2 to 3 months. And I've done about 4 fishing trips with it. You know, a couple of ones where I go down to the local river and that. And yeah, it's just perfect. It's lightweight. It's got so many straps through here. You know, plus you've got your little chest strap as well. A little spot to hang your bloody your hat. And yeah, we'll talk about the main things first before we go into all the nitty gritty stuff. So the first off, what you see is your bottle opener there, which is really handy. So we'll go into here. Normally this is where I keep my fishing knife, just like a little pocket here. You've got some netting down the bottom. Now this is real strong like material for netting, so it's not really like, it's not that, you know, shitty quality netting, you know. It's won't be easy to cut, so that's pretty durable there. You've got these little things in here. I don't really know what they're for. They've just been dangling. I don't really use them anyway. This has fit everything. I had this thing filled to the brim of shit, and this fishing bag keeps everything plus more. Like, I've put everything that I had into that tackle box into all the other pockets but the main pockets, which is the top and the bottom. So yeah, so we'll start with the top here. You've got this top bit. I just thought I'd mention as well with these zips are sweet. Yeah, I've had no bloody issues with them, you know. They're nice and fluorescent in the dark too, so, you know, you can see where you're unzipping and zipping. And these zips are real strong, and I haven't had any issues with them like cross-threading or anything, so they're good. Right, actually, sorry. We'll go into this top part first before I show you that main part. So this little top part here, it's mainly used for your valuables, you know, your phone, keys, wallet, smokes, whatever you want to keep out of the water. It is quite solid. It's definitely not watertight, but it's probably one of the best pockets that are in this bag. But yeah, you've got like a little spot for your headphones as well. Water does sort of come into there, so just keep an eye out for that if you're traveling through, you know, say going across some rocks and stuff like that, and you've got waves coming up behind you. So in this main pocket here, put this down, and you've got access to this pretty big pocket here. You know, that's a bit of a size comparison. I've got pretty big hands, so that's pretty good size comparison there. I normally put my sunscreen, my big knife in here. What else do I put? Yeah, just whatever, like miscellaneous things, sort of like water bottles and yeah, whatever, you know, some big lures if I have them. Got a couple of plastics in here at the moment. Also keep my my knife sharpener stone in here as well. Yeah, so this is a nice little pocket. This is a different material to this netting down the bottom. It is still pretty yeah, it's still pretty strong, you know. I probably wouldn't put a knife without it being covered in here, because you'll probably rip it. But yeah, it's pretty solid, you know. I haven't had any issues with these coming off and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's the first sort of couple of pockets. I'll put this up here. Now we'll start with this bottom part. Now this is why I could mainly fit everything in. The only sort of flaw with this bag is if you take these out and you got stuff in the top here, you tend to sag. But like the actual leveling's quite good, you know, it's not really gonna, you know, fall over. Like even when it's in the sand, it's not too bad. You know, I had 2 big bottles of bourbon and a bottle of Coke and some water in here, and yeah, and it didn't fall over. So yeah, currently I've got a fair bit of sand in there, but there's heaps of room in here, which is good. So these come with the bag as well. So currently I've got just your lures and stuff like that, and your hooks and swivels and shit like that. What else have I got? Your sinkers, and your floats as well, and your little burley netting cages. I like to put the heavier stuff. See how it sort of sags a bit, just because you got nothing in there. It just makes sense, obviously, because they've cut out a pretty big section for this. So if you do have more out and you do have weight in here, it tends to sag, but it doesn't really fall over. But yeah, anyway, so normally I put the heaviest at the bottom because it just sort of counteracts the weight a bit. So none of these are real heavy. Just think, yeah, the sinkers are quite heavy, so I normally have them in the bottom. And then the hooks in there, you can just sort of sort it with the amount that you that you tend to access quite a lot. So normally I'd put the lures up here because I'd probably go for a lure first, or if I'm, you know, beach fishing, it just depends. I'll put the hooks up there just so it's real easy to get out. And these are really easy to slide out. Just the bottom one here, because you've got this little bottom lip here, you know, you can't really, yeah, it's quite difficult to get the bottom one out. So like if you need to get there quick, then I'd suggest, if you want to put whatever you want to grab, like in the second or first one, or even the third one. So yeah, that's that pocket. That's one of the main pockets that this bag offers. Have for $100, man. You can't really go wrong. So yeah, now we enter the side. Normally keep my gloves in here, in this little pocket here. If you can see in there, I've got a couple of lines made up, pre-made up. So that's quite good. Got this netting here, same material as this bottom netting, so it's quite solid. You got this little section here that I normally keep my scissors. I really need to upgrade the scissors because they're crap, but it's pretty cool how you do have you know, holders outside of the bag, so you can just, you know, bring it up and grab it out and cut your line or whatever you want to do. So I'm going to close them, back that on like that, close them back up. You also have another pair here as well, but I'll just carry my hat with it because why not. So that's that. I'll show you this little pocket in here. I'll just keep my fishing line in here just in case I want to do any you know, rigging up and, you know, doing my swivel hubs and stuff like that, or if you need any extra line for anything. That's that part. Let's make sure you're still recording. Yeah, sweet. So yep, you got this netted part as well. I don't really know what to put in there at the moment, but yeah, that's the same material as that, so it's quite solid. Oop. So yeah, I keep all my big floaters in here. I don't know why the hell I got so many floaters, but yeah, this is what it is. Now you got this nice little pocket here. This is quite solid. I haven't had any issues with this. Normally it does carry a big bottle, so you get a 1.25 litre water, smash it in there, and it's good. So yeah, we'll go to the back here. So if I get this bloody hat out of the way so you can see. So there you go. You got this little thing here. Oh yeah, it's on a thing. I forgot about that. Oh no, your keys can go on that or whatever. It is quite handy. It's pretty. I didn't even notice that till like I think 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I've been going around without noticing that. I don't really use it anyway. I just normally keep the keys in there in my pocket. So this is one of the main things that I like, is that this big section here, right? You can fit a rod in that, and then that will wrap around the rod, and yeah, you can walk around hands-free with a rod sitting in your bloody backpack. This padding here as well, this padding's real thick. So like, and it's thicker down here than it is up here. So it's real nice when you got some weight in it. It does sort of hurt your shoulders after a while. You know, if you've got a pretty long hike, you know, so if you've got like, if you're walking like, say, I don't know, like a K or something, then you are going to start getting sore shoulders if you don't, you know, like if you have a real heavy bag. But yeah, but obviously this chest strap does take a bit of the weight, like across your chest as well. The only issue that I found with this rod holder is that, you know, if you do have your rod holder extended, then you're fucking smashing a whole bunch of trees as you're walking along the trail or whatever you're doing. But if you're on the beach, it's sweet because you don't have anything to worry about. Yeah, because your bottom of your rod goes in here, and then your reel comes over here, so it yeah, so it stops it from falling through, and that just wraps around. So yeah, that's pretty much that part of things. I'll show you this bottom section now. I haven't really worked out what this bottom section's for. Fair bit of weight on this. Oh, there you go. A little problem with the zip now. Oh, there you go. It's probably full of sand. Yeah, last time I had with this, I had a problem with the sand. There you go. Yeah. So pretty much that is a bottom section. So I stole this out of the missus' bloody purse, because she had one of these things that you can go into like one of their handbags and you can sneak alcohol in. So I just grabbed that and whacked it in the bottom of here, because I was like, fuck it, this isn't like a nice bourbon glass, like bourbon bottle. Yeah, I don't know what else you could put in here. You could probably put in baits and that. I probably wouldn't suggest it, because it's, you know, a bit of a, it's like a material finish rather than like a hard, like you can get the water in and clean it out. But yeah, I probably wouldn't risk putting bloody bait in there, because it's going to smell and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a nice little section if you want to put whatever in, you know. You could probably put some flat back stuff in there or whatever. What else? That's pretty much it, I think. Oh, whack this back on. There you go, see, zips come back. I only had this thing out to about a week ago, yeah, and it just got smashed with sand. So yeah, anyway, that's the real fishing bag. And yeah, I'd definitely rate it, man. It's one of the best bloody bags I've had. Just the only problem is the weight, but what other, you know, you're gonna have a problem with carrying your other tackle box, you know, with the weight. So especially with this over your shoulders plus the rod holder, it makes it so easy. It's yeah, probably the best bag that I've owned. So yep, that's pretty much it. I should find the product from BCF and put it in the description for you. And yeah, anyway guys, have a good one. Cheers.